king of the monster trucks. Bob Chandler hails from the St. Louis area and has literally written a book on monster trucks. In fact, he built Bigfoot as an advertisement for his four-wheel drive business back in the Midwest.
My name is Bob Chandler. I'm owner or CEO of Bigfoot 4x4 Incorporated, a St. Louis company, actually based right now in Pacific, Missouri. I bought a truck from Costello Ford in St. Louis. It was just a regular pickup, four-wheel drive pickup truck, and I started building it up from a normal pickup. I put bigger tires on it. Actually, the day I got it, I put bigger tires on it. Started playing around with it. Well, I started doing too much with it. I broke axles, so I put bigger axles onto the truck. And then I had bigger axles, and I didn't have enough power, so I put a bigger engine in the truck. And then when I had enough power, I ended up, well, I need bigger tires so I can go more places off-road, so I have bigger tires, and it's a vicious cycle. The next thing was bigger axles again, the next thing was a bigger engine, and that was about a 3-year project. The name came from, I had a four-wheel drive shop at the time. I came back to the shop every Monday morning when something broke, and my general manager started calling me Bigfoot. We put the name on the side of the truck, and it kind of stuck. It was, it fit it perfectly. The name Monster Truck came about at one of the shows later on when the announcer started calling us a monster truck. There was a monster truck out on the field, and that's how that name came about. But actually Bigfoot started probably in the, we still call it, it's 1974. It's a 74 Ford, and it wasn't actually Bigfoot at the time. It grew into that category, basically. I built the truck not with the intention ahead of time, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm going to do with it. Everything I did with the truck was kind of, to me, a natural thing to do. I like going off-road, and I always tore the truck up because I wanted to go further places than I should have with the truck. And putting bigger tires and bigger axles and bigger engines and making it a monster truck, basically, was never intended ahead of time. It's just something that happened. It's the way I think, I guess. So. Our trucks have been in every state of the U.S. We've been in 28 different countries with the truck. This last winter we had a truck that visited the troops. It was really went over really well with the troops, and it made us feel good about it. One of our drivers that was over there says he went back after they talked to some of the troops, and he says, I almost start crying because it was such a neat deal for for them to have something from the U.S. visit them. So. But we've been in 7 different movies, in all these different countries, and it still amazes me because when we first started out, Merrill and I would sit down and talk about it. We got to keep going as many spots as we can because it's not going to last. And that was 41, 42 years ago, so it's still going. When I drove, there was no racing, there was just driving over the cars. I did a show in Pontiac Silverdome, early on. And it was probably one of the first time we did a car crush with a big audience. They expected 12,000 people to show up, and they had 68,000. I pulled up on top of the cars. Bobby was in the passenger seat at the time, my son, and 30,000 people come over the walls and just encircled us. We couldn't move, and it kind of scared me at first, but they got everybody to move back, and the tech guy that was running the show came up to me, and rolled down the window. He says, okay, what I want you to do is pull off the cars, we'll get the people back, hook up to the sled, the truck pole is what it was, and we'll open the one door and pull it completely out, and we'll close the door and get people back in their seats, and that's what we did. We still have the original truck. We've got an electric truck that runs on 36 batteries, and that's been great for autistic kids don't like noise, so we did a lot of stuff for Autism Speaks. It worked out really well for that. We're up at number 21 right now. We're probably going to start at number 22 soon. It just keeps on going. We keep 6, maybe 7 trucks on the road, every weekend of the year. So we'll keep going as long as people want to see us. I still can't understand when fans want me to sign a picture, sign an autograph, because the truck is the thing, the entity there. I'm not, but I do it and I appreciate it and everything else, but it's still, I still don't understand. At one event I was doing years ago, it was an indoor show, and Bigfoot lost, and it happens. It's got to happen, you can't win everything. Back then we won quite a bit at the time. And I was signing the autographs afterwards, and a kid was crying when he wanted me to sign his autograph. I said, what are you crying about? He said, Bigfoot lost. That just really bothered me then. I had no idea our kids would realize that. I tried to explain to him that, all the time in life you're going to lose, you're going to win, it's the way life is, So, but it was just kind of tear-jerking thing bothered me, But it's been neat, it's been wonderful.